What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com, guys. So I'm a big fan of bodybuilding. I'm a big fan of performance. And while I never was the most eloquent poser, boy, did I nail my mandatories. And during my finals presentation, I would do the greatest white man semicircle you've ever seen. But nowadays, it seems like our life has become simply clicks. Instagram. It's not about coming in peeled. So that's how you used to get noticed. You used to come in peeled, shredded. And the bodybuilding magazines, the message boards, they'd be like, holy crap, this guy is like one paper cut away from the end of his life. That is how you used to do it. Not anymore. I'll tell you this. Now, I'm not by any means complaining. I'm just happy to be here. I got a great career. I got a beautiful family, the most amazing wife in the world. My kids are crushing it. But it did kind of hurt me a little when I got my pro card in 2021. And I thought it'd be a big story. I really did. Like, oh, well, here's a supplement company owner who's older. I was 41 at the time. I'm 44 now, who after 7 years not competing, came back after not even lifting for bodybuilding after boxing and gets his pro card. After only a couple months of training. Nah, nobody cared. Like, nobody cared. Nick Strength and Power didn't care. All these little Instagram pages didn't care. Nobody cared. After I won, in fact, after the Sunday, after the Saturday that I won, the only person that cared was sitting right there, my little, beautiful golden doodle Blaze. Blaze still cares. Ruckus cared too, right? Oh, Blaze, you want to say, hey, everybody, how you doing? This is Blaze. Hey, I was his biggest fan. Look at him. I was there. I was rooting him on. Thank you, Blaze. Blaze gets me. Blaze understands. Thank you, Blaze. Blaze, I can do a video now. You want to stay in the video? Hey, don't eat my food. All right, so check it out. This is how I work all day. So I haven't been doing many videos. Really busy, been traveling a lot of stuff going on in my professional life, which is great. So I appreciate you guys watching the podcasts I've been uploading. But man, I got to show you something. And it actually invoked such a response that even Nick Walker was like, you guys got to stop hating on this guy. And I'm like, Nick has a point. But Blaze is my co-host today. I love you too. I love you too. But check it out. I'm going to show you this video. All right. So here's this guy. Here we go. So all the people who are like, man, I can't understand a word Kendrick is saying. I don't know what these white people are saying either, man. So there's a couple things to dissect here. One is, I'm guessing, like, this guy's 50, right? I'm guessing he lost a lot of weight and he's proud of himself. Hey, by all means, hey, strut your stuff, bro. Strut your stuff. You do it. Unfortunately, like, I think this is rage bait. So this rage bait thing is new to me, and I found out about it on Twitter, where people would post just some random political stuff and people get really angry about it, but it was meant just for views and for clicks. I don't know if this guy was intending to be rage bait, but it rage baited a lot of people, as you can see in the comments. There's Canu Lift, great guy. Why is this a thing? Chris Mack, at least you get to breathe a sigh of relief when you're lined up backstage and see that guy in your class. Man, I commented, I earned my pro card. I sound like a bitter old hater, don't I? I earned my pro card after decades of trying. Not one of these pages covers it. Yet this guy is highlighted, makes sense. And it does make sense. That wasn't meant by any means maliciously. That's just how it is now. It's all about clicks, and it's all about just being extreme and silly and weird. I like how he's singing the whole thing. The crazy thing is, like, you could do whatever you want when you're doing your routine. Like, you don't have to run your routine by anybody, right? Like, they just you just go up and do your thing. So I'm not going to talk about how, people can make fun of my physique. I'm not going to make fun of his. Like, but I will say that I'm a purist, right? Like, and I'm one of those, if you're if you're still happy, you're probably not lean enough kind of guys. I'm one of those, if you think you're lean enough, lose 10 more pounds kind of guys. There's something about getting on stage and just disrespecting it. And I think this borders on that, where you got guys who are dieting down. You could literally see their pancreas working and secreting insulin. And you got this guy, and I'll be honest, like, I don't think I've been this fat since I was like 12 years old. Well, then you got him doing his little dance, make a little love, get down tonight. I understand the lack of muscle. I'm not mad at that, dude. I used to compete as a lightweight. I used to compete at 150 pounds. But, man, he has literally no muscle, and he didn't lose much fat. There's something about going into a show that you're disrespecting those of us who got into shape by not coming in shape. And I know that sounds really shitty, and I'm happy for this guy reaching his goals. And honestly, I'm happy for him paying his money to enter the show. I really am, because at the end of the day, pro bodybuilders, they are a liability, not an asset to bodybuilding. So, yeah, I mean, dude, the NPC needs the money. We do. So I'm all about people who don't look amazing competing. So that is that. But then there comes down, there we go. We got another, he's really I mean, there he actually hit a pose. Didn't really hit the pose. Kind of posed. But he's not really hitting the, like, oh, there's a little, he's not really holding the poses. Yeah, I remember the King Kamali back in the day. He used to do the robot and shit. That was awesome. But then you got Sean Ryan, who did these beautiful transitions, and oh my God, it was so good. Then you got just some guy who's got some angry white guy music on here and throwing up the sign of the devil like he's Beavis and Butthead. Oh, look, man, hey, props to this guy for getting on stage. But man, there's something, I don't know. There's just something about getting on that stage that is sacred that you need to kind of earn. And I haven't been in for every show. I've missed my mark, but I've always been at least somewhat in shape. And as I progressed as a bodybuilder, usually I'm always lean enough, if not too lean. It's just a matter of me not filling out enough. And I know a lot of people have trouble losing weight, but that's the last like 5 to 10 pounds. This guy's got like 20, 30 pounds of fat before he should even consider getting on stage. I think that, you know, the thing is, it's called amateurs for a reason. And, you know, then there's levels, right? You amateur, you qualify. And then in that national qualifier, you go for your pro card. And then once you get your pro card, you have to actually win shows. And so there's always levels. People are like, they give out too many pro cards. I'm like, well, those guys aren't winning. But then you say, look at Masters, like Kareth Bajo got 4th in the Olympia, and he's a Masters guy, right? Like, why don't we talk about that? Like, there's a lot of guys who did go that round are doing really well. Well, at least we know some, right? Not a lot, but there's some. There is that anomaly. There's an outlier. So I'm just saying, man, I'm not the biggest fan of this, but I understand. Dude. I've been to shows where people get on stage with some excess skin, just saggy skin. I'm not by any means shaming that. Don't look at me like this, but I look at that and it kind of, you ever see saggy skin and you like, it's like you see someone get their like, you're watching a show and they get like a cut. You can like feel it. It's almost like you feel uncomfortable looking at it. Like, well, that must be painful. It gives you the heebie-jeebies and you get little like goose pimples with it, you know? That's what I get from watching this. It's kind of cringy, but you know what? Here's the thing. Don't make a mockery of the sport. Have you seen our sport? Up until like a year ago, people were getting on stage, dudes were getting on stage looking pregnant. So it's really hard to say that the sport's already not a mockery of itself. Honestly, dude, he paid his fees, paid his money. He got on stage, danced his ass off, didn't hit one pose. And the reason they're not going to disallow this is because it's a business, dude. Everybody competing there has to buy an NPC card, which is probably, what are they, $100 now? I haven't bought one in a while, since 2021. Pro card, you know, you have to pay the entry, which is anywhere from $80 to, if you cross over, $300, $400. I mean, you're looking at a guy who gave the NPC at least $150, $200. So for 150, 200 bucks, if you want to come to my front lawn and do that, and I'll even play music for you, you can do that all you want. I got a beautiful front lawn. It's on a hill. You kind of be posing in front of the whole neighborhood. Like, yeah, let's fucking do it. But I understand why people see this as an insult to the sport. But let's be honest, man, it's amateurs. Like it's amateurs, and amateurs are amateurs. And I was an amateur most of my career, and I'm still barely above an amateur with the way I placed at my pro show. So I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to hate on this guy. But man, when you get memed like that, like you're kind of the laughing stock, or at least the point of conversation, not necessarily in a positive way. Got to kind of think, why did I do this? Is it to accomplish a personal goal? You don't care what other people think? By all means, do it. But just realize you're going to be the butt of jokes, and that video is going to pop up probably for the next 20 years. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts. Comment down below. Should the NPC have criteria? Or should we just say YOLO? Just do your thing, dog. Do your thing. Do your thing. I'm on the ladder. Do your thing, dog. Do your thing. Whatever, you paid the money, do what you need to do. As long as you're not doing anything lewd, as long as you're not flashing people your butt or your package, as long as you're not doing anything grotesque, which bodybuilding kind of is grotesque. Although they did ban the moon pose, which happens to be like my best pose. Yeah, do your thing. But anyway, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. And also, let me tell you about a couple things. Number one is tigerfitness.com, 10% off the entire site. Coupon code MAHA, M-A-H-A, MAHA, make America healthy again. We got Ambrosia's new product. It's called Atlas, in stock right now. It's a performance creatine. It's the first creatine to combine acetic acid, which will prevent cramping, also helps with, insulin response, uptake, and all that good stuff. It's amazing. It's called Atlas, A-T-L-A-S. Go to tigerfitness.com to get that. Also, follow me at Marc Lobliner on Instagram, at Marc Lobliner on Twitter, or X as it's called now. And subscribe to this video, subscribe to this channel, like this video, click on the notification bell, and remember, that's not a game.